So welcome to tonight's social media call. We've got Jade in the house. So can we give her a big cheer or get bigger up? Excellent. So Jade is running our social media campaign. She's like, as Nikki calls her, the queen of social media. There's been a lot of work that's been gone on in the back end, or back end, if you like, or back office around setting up our social media. So what we're going to do tonight, guys, is it's going to be a workshop. So I'd like you guys to just kind of let us know what you want to talk about, that's going to be most relevant to you. Because obviously I've spent a lot of time with Jade. She's a mine of information. And what's going to be useful here is to have an outcome as to what you guys might want to talk about. So I've kind of, prior to this call, I've discussed with Jade a little bit about brand awareness and like sourcing potential clients or sourcing deals.
So what I first want you to think about when it comes to your social media is making sure that your business plan is like pretty solid. So you know your goals. Because what you're going to want to do is anything you do on social needs to kind of go back to that business plan. Whatever you post every single time, you're like, oh, so who is this directed for? Like which one of my personas is this for? And then obviously you've got your strategy. The strategy will include your personas, which is like the most important thing. Is like knowing who you're going after. And it's not just like who they are, it's where are they, and using data to find them. But kind of think about like their pain points for your personas, like what keeps them up at night, like what are they really struggling with? And then, like, as you said, like what's the solution that they don't even know about yet? And your why, and like making sure that is like covered in all of your social media as like, not just like you're trying to earn money or you're trying to do this, but like, why are you trying to do that? And then you can really resonate with people and like you can build your journeys together. And then what value can you offer? It's not just about like, I don't know, whatever you want to do with them, depending on what you're looking for. But always remember that it's the value you're offering them. So why social media? Ask yourself these important questions. So why do you want to be on social? Again, going back to your business plan, like what aspects of your business plan can be resolved via social media? Again, what platforms your personas use? And how much time do you have to commit to social? I think is a really important factor. Like when you create your strategy, like it's great to have so many ideas, but that's 4 hours a day. Why would someone invest in you if they don't know you? And I think like it's so important nowadays, especially like in property, because people are going to be giving you their money. They need to have that trust. There's like a few people, like property people I follow on Instagram, and they're always talking about how they've done something, how they're doing this, how they're doing that, how they help other people. And like you follow their journey, or from like them sourcing to them to doing it up, buying it, or do you know what I mean? Like I don't know the ins and outs of property, but it's following that journey. And then when people can see that, they know what they're doing, and I followed their journey. It might even be like 6 months after they found out about you, but they followed your journey, that's when they want to invest in you.
I just want to raise something on that point. When I last was doing a lot of email marketing, I had a big list and I was sending a lot of content out. I had someone contact me, wanting to have a chat. And we ended up having a coffee. And this guy was watching me for about 18 months. He just watched what I was doing, saw where I was going, saw where I was talking, saw videos of mine, deals and everything else. And he came down and he basically sat me down and said, look, I've been watching what you do. I know what you do. I want to do what you do, but I can't. I've got 2 pharmacies that I'm running and I've got 150 grand that I want to invest. Can we do something? The key thing here is he'd been watching me for a period of time.
So like a personal brand versus like a business brand. So your personal brand is built around you and what you can offer the world, your lifestyle, your interests. But a business brand is built around the identity you create for it. However, your name can be the brand and they can be interchangeable. But like one of the, like a famous brand is like, Gary Vee. He is a brand and a product in himself, but it's also his name. So whatever avenue he chooses to go down, he takes that with him. He doesn't need to be like, oh, well, I've got a new business. I've got to start a new Facebook page, start a new Instagram, get a new everything. He just follows him. So just think, when you post on social media, imagine your ideal client is watching you. Is it good enough? Is it enough for them to trust you, to want to convert, to have a deeper conversation with you? If it's not, don't post it. Are you sharing your knowledge? Like, are you helping someone? Are you solving someone's problem? Are you highlighting everything you know about your area? I was just doing some research, and for social, for property, and especially like in a local area, if you're trying to, reach people in Medway to invest in Medway, like, are you highlighting everything about your area when you post? And are you giving them reasons to invest in you? So community management, I feel, is pretty key. And it's the process of building an authentic community. Why? Because community management is the difference between a strong relationship with your audience or a poor one. And how it's listening to them, it's paying attention, it's supporting, it's commenting, it's sharing, and it's getting involved. Do you ever see it on your Facebook where it says, one of your friends commented on someone else's post? You see that because Facebook thinks that it's worthy content, so that's why it shows it to you. And this is why community management is so important, because you can reach so many other people outside of your network by posting within your network. A tip to start, if you don't do any of this at all, is spend 9 minutes a day commenting on 9 different posts. So try and start with just 9 minutes a day, commenting on 9 posts, and then build that up. Or look on your phone and see how much time you have spent on social media doing absolutely nothing except scrolling, and prioritize that time. So LinkedIn. So before you start reaching out, optimize your profile. So this is a professional photo, or how you want to be perceived. If that's you in front of a big house, or you in front of a fancy car, or you in a donut, however you want to be perceived by your ideal client, make that your professional, or put that as your photo. Keywords in your header, like what you do, because people can search keywords in your bio, like the longer piece. This is really your sales pitch, like what you've done and why people want to connect with you, and why you can provide them value, or why they should invest in you if that's what you're looking for. And then firstly, connect with people you know, as many people as you can, because with LinkedIn, it's got such huge organic reach. It's fantastic. You can just post one day and get 100,000 people look at it. It just depends on who engages. So if you post, say you've got 100 connections, and LinkedIn shows it to the first 10, and all 10 of them like it, it's going to be like, wow, this is a good post. It's then going to show it to their connections too. So it's reaching outside of your audience. So LinkedIn is somewhere I feel you all need to be, without a doubt. It's a professional, personal. So people really like content that's you. And it's like your personal journey. But they also do like the nitty gritty, like what that value, that like the stories and the articles, or how you can help them. It's not all just about, here's my dog, don't post that. And they don't all want top level stuff. It ranges. For instance, once I posted it's something like try and never give up. And it was a video of me weightlifting, and I failed 3 times, and then I completed it on the 4th. And it's probably my best LinkedIn post yet. Super personal, but also very relatable to the business industry and trying to achieve your goals. And it's not always a sales pitch. Build those connections first. Whenever I get someone message me or try and connect, if there is a sales pitch inside the notes, I will not accept them. Get out of here. I don't need a sales pitch at all. However, if I've gone on to form connections with people, then I can reach out to them. If I want them to be a speaker at my event or something like that. But normally it's because we're warm with each other, rather than just messaging someone, oh, I think you're great, you work for a great brand, come and speak with us. Well, actually, that's not going to happen. It's just building up that warm relationship first. So then when you do want to go in with the sales pitch, they kind of know you and trust you. And then you've obviously got the search bar. So reach out to the right people in the right industries. So this is where you can use like your keywords searches and your hashtags. So find something. So for the hashtag, you can search the hashtag and you can follow hashtags. So then posts will show up in your feed that have got that hashtag. If you feel that you can add value to that person or any of their viewers, remember, because it will show on their feed, add it in the comments. I would probably post once per day and comment at least 10 times. So blogs, it's great for your SEO, will direct people to your websites, right, with the idea of getting others to link. So what you want to do with this is write content that appeals to people that will want to share your link back to your website. So you could write stats, say you're a Medway, and you could do a blog, 20 stats that make you want to buy in Medway. And then someone else will be like, oh, that's really useful for my audience too. So with blog posts and SEO, the more links back to your website from other pages, Google will see it as more valuable and it will push you higher up. So Pinterest, I was really curious about Pinterest actually for property, and it looks like it performs really well. So Pinterest, I don't know if any of you use it, but it's not actually a social media site. It's a search engine. And pins last for 4 months to forever. Like the content is evergreen and it's a fantastic way of putting something up and leaving it there and kind of letting it grow organically. It drives people to wherever you want them to go, whether that's your website, a landing page, back to your Facebook group, anywhere they can go. And you don't need to manage it. It's not social. People, you don't need to like comment and engage and just, what you'd need to do with LinkedIn or Instagram. You literally just post it up there and see what it does. So Clayton Morris, they get 1.1 million views monthly.
Wow.
Yeah. They only have 6,000 followers and they're following, 832 people. But their blogs look like they're so useful. How to explode your Airbnb income. And basically this is just a blog. It's got a snippet and it drives you back to their blog. Things to do before you start investing. So this is stuff that you might be doing anyway. You might be writing anyway. Just create a nice picture and put it on Pinterest. So Reddit, use Reddit as a research tool. See what's trending and what your potential clients are talking about. Just get on there, offer your advice and support, the same as what you would do on LinkedIn. It's just another way, another place where you can find your ideal clients. So with Reddit's subreddit system, you can find pockets of people within your niche. So you can kind of follow, whatever you wanted to follow. Like, honestly, if there is something that you're thinking about or a question you want answering, there's probably a subreddit already made for it. So then once you've created those conversations with people, you can start to direct them to wherever you want. Repurposing, reuse your content. So one article, in theory, can be on your LinkedIn profile as an article. It can be LinkedIn posts on your business pages. It can be on Pinterest. It can be on your blog. It can go on Reddit. It can be on 5 Facebook posts. It can be split into 20 tweets. It can be like 7 Instagram posts. Like, use it. Before anyone buys of you, they're going to need them 7 touch points. And the more value you're offering, the better. Only between like 3 and 5% of your followers will normally see a piece of content that you post. So honestly, guys, just make sure you're reusing it. Always add value and don't treat it as a sales pitch. Be authentic and put the time in. You're not going to get results overnight if you don't invest that time. But if you invested a bit of time every single day to engage with people, you'll get the results that you want. Don't try and sell without offering free advice first and making that connection. Yes, without making that connection first. Find someone who could be a potential ideal client and ask them what they do know, what they don't know, what things would motivate them, what kind of things they want to hear to want to invest in you. And this could just be like a random person, just be like, look, I'm doing some research for this, or you can even use me. Do you know what I mean? Like, Because I don't know that much about property. Do you know what I mean? So, but getting involved with property sounds like a fantastic idea. However, what would persuade me? What would I want to see from you guys? And that's when it comes back to like getting that data, being real strategic about it, and really understanding from like a psychological kind of perspective, and understanding where they're at. Like, and that's where you don't just think, oh, they should know this. It's should know. What do they need to know? And what's going to make them want to invest in you?
I learned how to dance salsa many years ago, right? And all they do is everything in salsa. Salsa can look really like exciting, and everything is built up on two fundamental steps. So they teach you how to move forwards and back. It's literally a forward and back movement, and then it's a side to side movement. So they teach you the fundamentals, and you learn how to do that in 20 minutes. And then how they teach you is one additional step at a time. In an evening of like salsa, they'll teach you like 4 or 5 steps on top of the 2 basic steps. And before you know it, you look amazing on the dance floor, but they've taught you one step at a time, one piece at a time. Make sense? It's the same thing with our fish hook videos. It's the same thing with our vlogs. It's the same thing with our social media posts. Just do it, just start, and just improve one step at a time.